When it comes to a luxury wish list, I always have one. When I saw it, I had to have it. Honestly, the price point is kind of crazy, but I'm thinking
of getting a big body, for sure.
I want to walk around my house feeling like the queen that I am. $35,000 soft speedy. I know it's crazy. Like that is a down payment on a house.
Checking into the luxury hotel, okay? Getting ready for my spa day. Opening the balcony doors, looking at the Eiffel Tower, because we're in Paris at this point, okay?
What? Are you kidding me? Such a statement. Where am I going in Gucci pajamas? Just pops out. Like, don't try to tell me that I need to be quiet luxury.
2,100 US dollars.
Ooh, girl, I cannot wait. Hello beautiful, welcome back to my channel. If you're here for the first time, my name is Shay Nicole and I love creating content to help elevate your confidence in style and self-care while also dropping gems for current and inspiring content creators. I'm so glad you're here. Now let's get into today's video because I've been wanting to do this for so long. Y'all, when it comes to a luxury wish list, I always have one. And as a matter of fact, I feel like it just keeps getting longer and longer and longer, probably every month. I don't know, what can I say? Every time I check something off my wish list, I want to replace it with something else. I'm a firm believer in treating yourself because who gonna spoil you like you? Nobody. So this is my luxury wish list for 2025 and I'm sure it's going to update as the year goes on, so maybe I'll do like a part 2, part 3, and I'll also come back and let you know when I get things off my wish list and check it off just to show you my progress. So let's get into the very first item. You have already seen this, in case you're new here, you've seen this item in other patterns and colors probably 1, 2, 3 times, and I'm talking about the Jacquemus Laurent Care bag. Y'all, this is my favorite bag for so many reasons. I have it in metallic silver, cream with the gold and silver hardware, and python snakeskin. Oh, I'm just minding my business, scrolling down the new arrivals in Neiman Marcus, and what do you know? It popped up in the black, in the red, and I just knew I had to put it on my luxury wish list because this bag to me is just so classic. I don't want to say it's timeless because, you know, from the outside looking in, it can be like, oh, that's just like a lunch pail type of bag that's rolled, like, you know, a little lunch bag that's rolled down. That's what it kind of gives me, like a brown paper bag you roll down. Because back in the day, people used to take their lunch in a little folded down brown paper bag. So when I very first saw the metallic one that came out, I was like, that looks like a brown paper bag, but they made it like extra. They made it fancy. Now, I don't know, I was just very drawn to it. One thing about me, I love a good clutch, especially a spacious one. Again, there's a reason why I have it in not 1, not 2, but 3 different patterns, okay? 3 different colors, because it's not only just chic and just so classic and just cute, but it also is spacious. You can put so many things in it, okay? I love the fact that the ones that I have the different hardware. I just think it just, the silhouette of the bag, the structure, where it has the sphere on one end and the cube on the other side. I don't know, I'm really into like different structures when it comes to bags and different silhouettes. So this bag for me checks all boxes, and every time they drop a new color, I want it. So they did come out with some like summer colors of the bags, and they had like the mini ones. I think they had in like green and orange and purple, and I don't know, I wasn't for some reason like a fan of the smaller ones, but the big body ones, that's all me, baby. So the first thing on my list this year, starting with the red one, I want that La Pochette Laurent Care bag. I really do. There's something about that nice shiny croc red leather. It just gets me. Oh my gosh. Chef's kiss. I can envision myself carrying it with a nice bold red lip. That Fenty liquid lipstick, I think it's called Velvet Icon or something like that. I can just see myself wearing it with that bag. Just a pop. Ooh, girl, I cannot wait. And then of course, I definitely want the black one as well, just to round out the collection, just to have 5. Because I think by then I should be satisfied. But knowing me, I probably won't be. Like, I don't know. They also had it in gold, but I wasn't really a fan of that one because instead of the traditional hardware for the sphere and the square, like the cube on the side, they added like a brown sphere for the handle. I just didn't like that. I felt like it cheapened it a little bit. It didn't really go with the bag, but the metallic will always look expensive. And now that I'm imagining myself walking around with the red crocodile, ooh girl, and the black, So both of those are gonna be on my wish list, but I'm leaning towards the red first, just to add that pop of color to my Jacquemus bag collection. And then the black one, I already have a black Jacquemus bag, the little small top handle one, but I don't have it in this style, so who knows. But if I had to choose right now today, like if you gave me a bag of money and was like, girl, go shopping at Neiman or just go shopping wherever, I would definitely get the red one first. So we'll see how it goes. I don't know. Right now, we've been on like a no spend. You know, some people are on like a no spend January. Well, it's about to be March now, and we've been on like a let's calm down Q1. It's not that we're not spending, but we're being a little bit more conscious of our spending in our budget, because I've said this in previous vlogs, but Jeremiah and I really want to buckle down and expand our investment portfolio and get a property. So that's why we're like, okay, let's just scale back a little bit. We did a lot last year. Okay, calm down. So I'm just making this luxury wish list as like a, you know, manifestation. When the money gets rolling, honey, when we start getting a little bit more residual income, okay? I'm gonna be checking this stuff off left and right, so stay tuned, because I'm gonna get one of them bags. And also, fun fact, on Neiman Marcus, they the black and the red retail for $1,250. I'll link all this stuff in my LTK for you. I do remember I got one of my Laurent bags. Laurent, that sound ghetto. Laurent, it's La Pochette Laurent bags from Farfetch. And then I've also seen them on My Teresa. Let me just see how much it is on My Teresa, just to see like a price comparison, because there are sites, and I've explained that in a previous vlog, like how to find designer and luxury items for less. And Farfetch, My Teresa, those are like sites that you can go back to that old vlog to get more details, but basically it's sites that are overseas. They're like these warehouses, and they carry, they basically play the middleman to ship out items from different boutiques around the world. And the price, like the conversion price is already built into the price that you're gonna pay on the website, and the taxes and fees and everything. So it's just a little bit of a better option if you want to shop luxury and designer and you're not gonna go overseas. Sometimes you can catch a good deal on those websites. So, oh, look at that right now on My Teresa. I'll make sure I add it to my LTK for you. The red one, I don't see that they have the black yet, but they do have the red one for $10.90, and it is the large size, because again, they do come in like the big one and the mini one, but I don't know, I'm not really feeling the mini one. I want the big one. Okay, girl, so my next item on the luxury wish list is something I already have, okay, but I need it in another color. One thing about me, as you can tell, I need things that I like and that just go well with my wardrobe in multiple colors, because why reinvent the wheel? Like, when you find something you like, it works well, you know how to style it, go ahead and get it in a different version, a different pattern, a different color. And that's how I feel about my infamous Loewe jeans, okay? We all love the monogram of the Loewe, okay? Maybe not we all, but maybe I do. It's like when you see someone in a Loewe piece, it's not too over the top, like you recognize the logo, but it's not like plaster, you know what I'm saying? It's subtle, but you can still peep it, you can clock the T. Like, that's why I love it. It's subtle, it's not doing too much, but it still gives a little statement. You know, I have the crop top, I have the jeans in blue, but now I need the black denim jeans. Yes, honey, when I saw it, I had to have it. As you may already know, last year barrel jeans really started to take over. If you don't know what that is, I have posted them so many different times. I showed them in so many style vlogs, especially throughout the summer and the fall, but that's when your waist is cinched and then the legs kind of flare out a little bit, and it kind of gives you like a bow-legged look, but not too much. So I thought that Loewe would be releasing their own version of barrel jeans, and I think I may have seen them before, but not this length. So fingers crossed that they end up releasing them, because I do love a good barrel jean style. But this silhouette is the next best thing because it's a classic one. The long wide leg jeans, especially if you are a tall girl, it's just so perfect. And the way they cinch the waist and they don't flare out just at the bottom, because I'm not really into flare jeans like that. They just don't really look good on my body type. But the fact that they start to flare out and be wide more at the thigh and they come out, I think that just really elongates your legs. And I'm only 5'6", and that may be tall to some, maybe short to others, but for me, I feel like I'm kind of average height. Well, I'm like 5'5" and a half, 5'6". It depends on the day, I don't know. But for me, jeans like that really do a good job of making me look more taller and proportionate than maybe like a crop jean. I don't really do ankle jeans too much. I need my jeans to hit the flow. Or if it is like a skinny jean, perhaps I won't mind if it comes to the ankle, but I don't know, I haven't really been in my skinny jeans bag in a really long time. I've definitely been more into the barrel style jeans and the wide leg jeans, or like a cargo baggy style. So I definitely have these Loewe black denim jeans on my list because I already know how well they look on me in the denim blue. So why not get the black? You know what I'm saying? Again, why reinvent the wheel, people? When you see something you like, stick with it and get it in multiple colors and multiple patterns. So in case you're wondering, this pair retails for, at the moment, okay, I was on My Teresa, for $1,050. Now I know that's crazy, girl. Like, who's spending $1,000 on jeans? I don't know what to tell you. This is a luxury wish list, okay? This is for when you just have the extra coin to spend just because. That is the point of the wish list, honey. And let me know in the comments, what are some of the things that are on your wish list that you know are just not reasonable, but if you got it, if you had it tomorrow, you would spend it. Let me know, because I'm curious. And as far as these jeans, I actually did not pay the $1,050. Actually, did I? Did I pay that? Yes, I did. I'm thinking about my Mason Margiela jeans. I didn't pay full price for those because I got those on either Farfetch or My Teresa. I only paid like $600 for those. But for the blue denim ones, I actually got them during New York Fashion Week at the Loewe store. And I did decide to treat myself. I don't know. I will find any reason just to celebrate and spoil me. I don't know. Who's gonna treat you better than you, like I said. So it was my first New York Fashion Week. It was like the second to the last day. Walking around Soho with one of my Sephora Squad sisters. Hey, niece, shout out to her. And girl, we was in the dressing room just trying stuff on. It was her birthday. She was trying on some shades. I was looking at some of the clothes, like the ready-to-wear section. I didn't really see any shades that I wanted, but I did see a couple of their bags, like their cute puzzle bag. But no, I had to get the jeans. I tried them on, had to have them, and I actually got them a size bigger than what I needed so that I can go and get them tailored. So that's my advice if you are looking to get a good pair of designer jeans, because you need to get your money's worth. Like, these jeans are gonna last you forever because they are good quality denim. They're not just like your typical, you know, fast fashion denim, Fashion Nova denim. No, this is a really thick quality denim. Thick, okay? So I got them one size up, and then I got them sized to like really cinch my waist a little bit better. And I still wanted that wide leg look and the length too, because again, I like my jeans to hit the flow. So that is my advice if you are looking to get some denim, luxury denim jeans. Make sure you size up and invest in some tailoring, honey. I'm telling you, sometimes your outfit just needs a little bit of tailoring, like not too much. That can make a world of a difference though when it comes to just looking very well put together and chic and polished. Usually it's not your clothes that's the problem. It's not your body, it's not your weight. It's just that you need to get your clothes tailored, okay? So that's my tip for you. All right, let's get on to the next item on my wish list. All right, this moment is for my millennial girlies, my Y2K girlies. If you grew up in the early 2000s, you are not a stranger to this bag, honey. Louis Vuitton had me in a choke. Chokehold. Really, I feel like all my life. It was something about seeing the it girls carry this speedy, okay? And knowing that I could not have it. Knowing that my mama was gonna look at me and wanna slap me for even fixing my lips to ask her, can I? Absolutely not, honey. I never even thought to ask. But I swore one day when I got old enough, baby, I was gonna buy it. I was gonna buy it. And in case you're new here, I'm a former educator, so I gotta give you a little background. I love a little history moment, okay? So let me take you back into the history books. So a lot of people don't know that Marc Jacobs was actually the creative director for Louis Vuitton back in like 2002, 2003. Honey, I had to be in what? Third, fourth grade? How old was I back then? I don't know. I was young, okay? This is just from me doing research over the years and just doing a deep dive into some of my favorite pieces from my childhood. So about the design of that bag, there's a famous Japanese artist from Tokyo named Takashi Murakami, and Marc Jacobs actually invited him to Louis Vuitton to do a collaboration and work on some of the art because he was a huge fan of Murakami's art. Like, he was known for very elaborate, cartoonish, bright colors, sculptures, a lot of like googly-eyed paintings, you know, again, not like full-blown anime, but it would be like modern day that, right? Again, very cartoonish. And Marc Jacobs was a huge fan and had actually commissioned a lot of his work. So he invited him to the Louis Vuitton. And Murakami didn't even know what Louis Vuitton was. He had never heard of the brand. I think he was in his 60s by then. Didn't even know where he was going, but he decided, okay, I'm gonna pull up. So prior to this collaboration with Louis Vuitton and Marc Jacobs as the creative director and Murakami, honey, there had never been too much play around with the colors of the Speedy, really the monogram period, right? So that's why this bag to me is just so iconic, and not just this bag, but the print in general, because out of this collaboration with a Japanese artist was birthed these beautiful colors against this white canvas. Because again, before that, the iconic Louis Vuitton monogram had never been played around with, okay? It was strictly brown, very neutral, okay? Nobody had ever really dibbled and dabbled in colors, but again, he was a Japanese artist and he was known for that. So to me, this is like the epitome. Having this bag is the epitome of being a millennial, the epitome of a Y2K girly. And knowing that this bag symbolizes a time when Marc Jacobs was the whole creative director for LV, like, that's just so dope to me. So for those reasons and more, and just the nostalgia of it all, this bag is definitely on my luxury wish list. But I don't think I want the modern day version. I honestly would love to go to Japan and get a vintage one. Like, that is just my dream. Having that colorful monogram Speedy, not that size that I just showed you, but something a little bit bigger, or maybe even like the duffel version. Oh, I can see it now, honey. I am just, oh, I cannot wait, okay? I want to find one in Japan. As you know, Speedies come in the different sizes, whether it's the 20, the 35, the 50, but I'm thinking of getting the big body for sure. Maybe I can settle for the 20, you know, just to start, but I have to eventually get my hands on the big body one, okay? And I feel like what better place to get it than Japan, and at a vintage store. And in case you didn't already know, go ahead and go on TikTok, go into a rabbit hole, honey, because all the girlies and the guys that do the vintage shopping in Japan, they give you all the tea, they give you the breakdown. First and foremost, if you're worried about finding a fake bag in Japan, honey, it's probably not gonna happen, because Japan has very, very strict counterfeit rules. It is not like China where you're walking down the street and you can just see all these bags, honey, you can just tell they're fake. Japan is very different. They have a very high standard for their import laws, and you can get in serious trouble and a lot of jail time. So that's why people, and even celebrities, love going to shop in Japan for their vintage stores. And that is something that is definitely on Jeremiah and I's wish list, to go and just do a whole trip of nothing but eating and shopping. We were talking about doing that for our next anniversary. We're still trying to figure out what we want. As you already know, or in case you're new here, we go on a big trip for our anniversary every single August. Last year we did Colombia. The year before that we did Italy. The year before that, was it Belize? Or Aruba, one of them. The point is, we always do a trip in August. So we are considering doing Japan just so we can go shopping and do a bunch of eating. But of course, if I end up in Japan, I'm definitely gonna vlog the entire experience. But yeah, this bag is definitely on my wish list, and not even just like that particular bag, but just something with that print in general. It is so nostalgic to me. And let me know in the comments, are you a Y2K girly? Do you remember this bag from the early 2000s? Or if you're not, maybe you were a little bit older, a little bit younger, is that bag and that print as iconic to you as it is to me? Because honey, it is definitely on my wish list. Now, on the flip side, I am definitely a Louis Vuitton girly. Louis Vuitton, Saint Laurent, and Gucci are like three of my top favorite brands when it comes to luxury designer houses. I also have to add on my wish list something like super outrageous that I probably am never gonna get, but never say never, because you don't know. We don't know what the Lord can do, honey. I have always had my eye, well, not always, but I would say in the last couple of years, I've had my eye on the soft speedies. So in case you didn't notice, they do have like the regular structured speedies, you know, like the cylinder traditional style, but now they have the soft speedies that have been dropping left and right. And honey, I know it sounds crazy, but I'm just picturing maybe somebody, I don't know, will just let me make content with it. I don't know. Maybe somebody let me borrow it. Maybe I can do a collaboration, maybe with one of these style or resale houses. Who knows? You know, there's a bunch of them. But there is a $35,000 soft speedy.
Ooh, $35,000, that's crazy.
But that's why it's on the luxury wish list, okay? This is a collector's piece. There's a green one. Let me show you. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the Speedy P940, and I know it's crazy. Like that is a down payment on a house. It also comes in black and white. Also $35,000 for that size. Call me crazy, I don't know. A lot more crazy things can happen in your lifetime, okay, than getting a $35,000 bag. I'm just saying, it can happen. Who am I to say it won't, okay? I'm putting it on my wish list just because you never know what can happen. So yes, that green one, there is something about it. It just is such a statement. I also did like the black and white one as well. But aside from that, because I feel like that is a really, really high bar to jump over, like, woo. There's a different version that I feel like is not such a collector's piece, that's a little bit more attainable, and that's the LVTM Speedy Soft. Honey, this one is it for me because of the silver hardware. Every Louis Vuitton piece I've ever had always had gold hardware, because I just think it just goes, you know, like to me it just makes sense, especially if I get like something that's a neutral color like the traditional monogram. But there is something about this black canvas with the colorful monogram print and that silver hardware. It just gives like a rock star move. I don't know, it just pops out. Like I can see myself doing so many different looks with that bag, and I love that it's soft. It's not like your traditional structured Speedy like the ones that I already have. It's soft, it gives like duffel vibes, like even like a cargo style. I don't know, something about it. I love the fact that the bag lacks structure, because when you think of a traditional Speedy or really just any Louis Vuitton bag, you think of more structure. You think of their trunks, you know, they're known for that structured silhouette. But that's why I just really love the soft version. And that one retails for currently $4,300. Again, it's a little crazy, but I can see it being a really good travel bag. That size is a 30. I can take that on the plane, just have a bunch of stuff in there, honey. I love a good plane travel bag, okay? So I feel like that needs to be a little bit higher on my wish list, because That $35,000 one, I don't know. I don't even know if I can justify that. Not right now, at least, but maybe in the future. But I think I can justify the LVTM Speedy 30 for $4,300. Not today, because we got goals, we got things we're saving for. Baby, don't be surprised in the near future, okay? Or by my anniversary, because maybe I'll find both Speedies or both duffel style Speedies in Japan when I go, okay? And if not this year, then maybe next year. Who knows, all right? But just mark my words, one of them is coming home with me. One of them, because I'm putting both on my luxury wish list. Okay, so we already talked about Louis Vuitton, has one of my favorite brands. Let's get into something on my wish list from Gucci, and that is the luxury silk pajamas. I know. Where am I going in Gucci pajamas? Honey, to walk around the house. Where else? Like what? Mind you, I don't even wear pajamas to bed, but it doesn't matter. I want to walk around my house feeling like the queen that I am. I want to walk around my house feeling like that girl. When I pop on camera, I want you to know I am here. I'm making a statement. And what better ways to do that than wearing my Gucci pajamas? I mean, it's a no-brainer for me. I absolutely love them. I saw them at the airport when we were coming back from Bali. You know, we stopped in Qatar's airport. Honey, the luxury was up and down, left to right. I mean, honey, the whole airport was giving that. So when I saw them on the mannequin, I was like, oh, what? Do I need these? And Jeremiah looked at me politely and was like, absolutely not. Do you see the flights that we're taking home? Are you crazy? And he was right, okay? Sometimes you gotta listen to your man. But in the back of my mind, I was like, I'm putting these on my luxury wish list because I gotta have them. I don't know, what can I say? I'm a monogram girly. I know that quiet luxury is a thing. Oh, we need to be quiet. We need to make sure that we're not doing too much, and you don't wanna be over the top, you don't look ghetto. Yeah, I hear you, but honey, I don't ever look ghetto, okay? I look clean cut, I look polished, I look good, all right? It don't matter what I put on. I don't care if I'm monogram head to toe. Don't try to tell me that I need to be quiet luxury. I am not, all right? I'm not even a quiet person, honey. I'm loud. Look at me. All I do is talk. I talk for a living. You think I care about some quiet luxury? Say what you want, okay? But I just feel like there's some racist undertones when people say that, all right? It's like when people say old money or quiet money. Yeah, I know what you're really saying, and I'm not here for it. I'm just not. Let me know in the comments if you feel me on that. But anyway, child, when I saw it, again, I had to have it, so I put it on my luxury wish list. And it may sound crazy, the top is on Gucci right now for $2,100. $2,100 for this pajama top. I'm gonna live in it.
Well, I'm going to live in these pajamas. Like, girl, 2,100 and things. US dollars, not pesos.
2,100 US dollars.
And then the pajama bottoms are 1,700, but that's why it's called a wish list, because it's a bunch of things that I don't really need. I have no rhyme or reason. I just want them. What can I say? I just want them. And I encourage you to create your own luxury wish list, because why not? I totally understand that we are in an era right now where people are complaining about overconsumption and overexposure, and you know, all we see is shop this and shop that. I get it. I totally understand. But what can I say? I like a little retail therapy, and I've always been like that. I was like that long before social media. Like even when I was a kid, honey, my first job at 15, I was working at Chuck E. Cheese so I could go down to the mall and buy what I wanted to. Yes, I was a little birthday hostess at the local Chuck E. Cheese. And my mama and daddy tried to stop me from getting a job, and I'm like, well,
are y'all gonna buy my Air Force Ones? Are y'all gonna buy my Juicy Couture sweatshirt? Are y'all gonna buy my Baby Fat? No, y'all not. So let me do me, okay?
That's why I got a job at the age of 15, because I knew what I wanted. I've always been a shopper. I've always been the girl that wanted to spend that coin. And hey, look where it's gotten me, okay? Because now I can do it for a living. I share links for a living. Well, that's not all I do for a living, but a part of my job is to get dressed and inspire and go put that ish on. You know what I'm saying? So for all those who are saying, you know, we're doing too much, we're showing too much, and it's overconsumption, nobody's bullying you to buy anything. Nobody is forcing you to go to the store, honey. You don't have to. It's totally okay. Everybody has their vices. Some people like to drink, some people like to smoke, some people like to shop. That's me. So yes, ma'am, these Gucci pajamas, the Supreme wide leg silk pants, the pajama set, that is on my luxury wish list. Yes, it is. Now, getting the Gucci pajamas as a set might be a little bit much, right? Because we're talking almost $4,000 after tax when you buy the top and the bottom. However, they have what's called a shirt. That's what it's marketed as for $2,800. But honey, it's the size of a robe. Like I looked at it on the model. It is definitely something that I would wear as a robe, even though it is labeled as a shirt. So again, for $1,000 less than buying the pajama set, I could probably just do the robe. Yes, let's go ahead and add that to the list too. The monogram silk print robe, okay? And it's not as long as I would like it. Like I like my robes, you know, going down to my ankles. But honey, I'll take it, okay? It still gives you the same feel as the pajamas, except it's probably gonna stop around the knees. You never know what can happen. Maybe I'll end up with all three. I'll end up with the top, the bottom, and I'll end up with the robe. Or when I'm traveling, oh honey,
My Gucci robe? Checking into the luxury hotel, okay? Getting ready for my spa day at this luxury resort. I'm just walking around my room, opening the balcony doors, looking at the Eiffel Tower, because we're in Paris at this point, okay? I'm sipping on my hot chocolate in this Gucci robe or my Gucci pajamas, and I can see the view of the Eiffel Tower from my balcony, honey.
this is what I'm talking about. Like when I envision my luxury wish list, I'm not just always at home. Like, of course, I don't mind being around my home giving a luxury look, but I think about travel. Like, where am I going? Okay, what resort am I going to be at? You know, what grand luxurious hotel am I going to be staying at in these Gucci pajamas or in this Gucci robe? That's the type of goals that I have. All right, it's not just good enough to have this wish list and I'm sitting at home forever. No, okay, I'm taking trips, be on flights, we outside. Okay, sis, so I have one more item from Gucci that I'm adding to my luxury wish list, and this is something that's not new. I've had my eye on it for a while. But when I first saw these heels, I was like, oh, I don't need those. But then I remembered, honey, I am a kitten heel connoisseur. Like, of course I need these. And I am talking about the classic horse bit slingback pump. They retail right now for $1,020, but I'm sure I can get them on one of the sites I'd be telling you about for a little bit lower. Honey, this is just a classic slingback pump. You just can't go wrong with it. You can dress it up, obviously, but you can also dress it down. And that's what I'm interested in doing with these pumps when I get them, because I am gonna get them. I want to do a look with some good cargo jeans, okay, like a baggy look. I really love having boyfriend jeans or cargo style jeans with a nice dainty kitten heel. That's just me. I don't know, it's something about it. It's something about playing off of the feminine and soft look of the heels with the like androgynous, more masculine look of the boyfriend jeans or the cargo jeans. I like playing with, you know, different looks like that and putting them together. For me, it definitely is a year-round shoe. You know, you can wear a slingback in the spring and summertime, obviously, because your heel is out, but you can also wear them in the winter and the fall, especially if you were into tights. Like, you already know when it comes to me, I'm a tights and mini skirt kind of girl. So again, I want to invest in a luxury heel. If I'm gonna do it, it's gonna be a heel that I can definitely wear year-round. So I'm gonna keep my eye out for this slingback pump from Gucci to see if I can catch it for, I wouldn't mind spending maybe like around 800 on it. I feel like 1,000 is not bad, but after the taxes and fees, it's probably gonna be like 1,100 to 1,200. So yeah, I'm thinking around 8, because then it would get me to 1,000, and then I don't want to go over that. So, and of course, you might be seeing me wearing them in a future vlog or one of my get ready with me's, because I am known to pop out with a little luxury piece here and there to treat myself. Because once again, no one's gonna spoil you better than you, boo. Okay, girl, let's move on from Gucci and get into something that I want from Prada. Now, you already know I'm the elevated casual guru. So when I picture elevated casual, what better way to do it than a sweatshirt with feathers? Hear me out, hear me out. I know that sounds crazy, because like, what? Girl, where you going with these feathers in this sweatshirt? Honey, when I saw this, I knew I had to have it. It looked like me, like my life uniform. Like, this is something that I would wear every day if I could. This crew neck sweatshirt in this nude color from Prada, what? Are you kidding me? Now, this is going on my luxury wish list because Prada has it retailing for $2,350. I personally don't want to pay that for a sweatshirt with cuffs that I can't wash. Hear me out. Like, I think when it comes to these feathers, designers need to do a better job at thinking about the consumers and how we like to clean our garments. And of course, when it comes to a designer piece, you want to make sure it's dry clean only, right? But I suggest that they start making these feathers removable, especially when it comes to cuffs. That is such an easy thing that you can take on and off if it's designed the right way. And for me, I hate when I have something with feathers and I can't wash it. And sometimes when I take things to the dry cleaner, they'll just reject it. Like, I've had plenty of dresses where they're like, listen, we don't want to mess this up because then we'll be liable for it, and we don't want to ruin your garment. We have to pay you for it, so we're just not going to take it. I hate when that happens. Now, when it comes to a feather trim like this Prada sweatshirt with the cuffs, y'all could have definitely made that detachable. Like, I don't know why they didn't do that, but that's okay. If I did get it, which is, I don't know, I'd have to like really justify that because that's crazy. Like $2,300 for a crop top sweatshirt, but I don't know. It's calling me, y'all. It's something about that style. It also comes with a matching skirt, but I wasn't really a fan of the length. I feel like the set would have been better, in my opinion, if it was a little shorter. Y'all know I like to show a little leg, a little thigh, so I would probably pass on the skirt. But back to the crop top, I think I could definitely get it dry clean. I actually have a Brandon Blackwood button up. It's like a faux leather button up with the same cuffs. And when I did get it dry clean, they just had to wrap it. So they put it through whatever dry cleaning process, and they make sure that they wrap the cuffs so nothing gets on them, like the feathers, and then they fluff them out, they brush them, they do the best at like spot treating anything on your feathers, and make sure they dust them. But again, feathers like that, especially a good ostrich feather, they're very delicate. So I would love to see more designers make detachable feathers, all right? And fun fact, in case you are into DIY, if you do see something you really like and you just want to recreate it, and now that I think about it, I could definitely recreate this Prada sweatshirt here. I could just go on Amazon, because that's what I did before. There's a blazer that I got from Akira that I wore a couple of times in past content, but the first time I wore it was for an interview that I did with one of my favorite natural hair brands. We did an interview last year for Women's History Month. Shout out to Uncle Funky's daughters. And I really loved how the blazer had these black cuffs, the black feather cuffs, but I felt like the feathers weren't really giving enough for me. So I went over to Amazon, put a bunch of feathers in my cart, and I took it down to my tailor. This is why you need a good tailor, because they'll understand your vision. And I showed her, you know, the feathers, and I was like, I don't know which one of these would be good, because again, I ordered multiple packs of feathers. And she looked at my blazer dress and she matched the feathers as best she could to one of the packets that I bought, and then I just returned the other ones. And she really elevated the look of this blazer, because again, the cuffs were already there, but the feathers weren't really giving what I needed, so she made it pop. She did the same thing with another dress that I got from, I think I got it from Nordstrom or somewhere, when Jeremiah and I went to Times Square last year to celebrate me being on the billboard for Sephora Squad. And the night that we first saw the billboard, we went to a nice dinner, and I had this really beautiful black dress that had the feathers like in the crevice of the arm. And again, they were giving, but they just weren't giving enough. I wanted to be a little bit more extra. So what did I do? I ordered them from Amazon. So I just wanted to plug that in case you are a DIY girly, or you're like me, you don't want to do it yourself. You rather have a tailor do it because they know how to really do a good job on the sewing machine. Go ahead and buy the garment that you want. Like, buy yourself a sweatshirt, just like this Prada one. I might do it too. And get the feathers from Amazon. I'll make sure I link some on my LTK for you. I'll actually link the ones that I specifically use for my dress and my blazer dress. Okay, ladies, we just might have to make this a series because my wish list is very long. I feel like I add more and more into it every day. So I'm gonna end with this last piece. Well, these last two pieces. 2 bags from Chanel. The first one, honestly, again, back to the nostalgia of being a millennial. Actually, it doesn't even matter if you're a millennial or not. No matter what era that you grew up in, you know, that caviar quilted double flap medium Chanel bag, it's just timeless. It's ageless. It is never gonna go out of style. And although I've always wanted one, I've kind of scaled back from finding one because honestly, the price point is kind of crazy. This is another reason why I want to go shopping for my luxury in Japan this year or next year, because the fact that the price of this bag is now like $10,000 and up is insanity. The inflation has just been out of control, especially because now the gold hardware is non-existent. But back in the day, it was that heavy duty, real 24 karat gold. You know what I'm saying? So you could have gotten that back in the day for like $3,000, $4,000. Like, I know people who have had their Chanels forever. They were passed down to them from their moms, their aunts, their grandmas, their great grandmas. And the fact that I'm just now starting my Chanel collection, well, I don't have one yet. So, you know, my first one is going to be part 1 of my collection. Honey, I'm not paying $10,000 for something that is gold plated, and I can go and get a real good one with the good gold. You know what I'm saying? The good hardware, the 24 karat hardware overseas for the low. I'm just not gonna do that. I don't know. To me, it doesn't make sense. And it's not just about the gold plated hardware. It's also just the quality of that lambskin leather, that caviar black. You know, it's a certain way I want it to look, and I want it to withstand the test of time. And I just feel like a vintage one is gonna be much better for me. So I'm still gonna add the Chanel to my list, because again, this is one of those childhood things I've just always wanted. I've always seen it all my life growing up. I just knew I wanted a Chanel bag. But because the quality has changed, the production has changed, I don't think that I want a brand new one, at least not that style, not that design. I would definitely want to get that classic vintage one, and hopefully I can find it in Japan. And if not, there's so many different websites I know I can find it on, whether it's the Real, Fashion File, I mean, the list goes on. I can find a really good, gently used one. But aside from that classic quilted flat bag, there's another Chanel bag that I've always wanted. And again, y'all, me adding these things to my wish list is like healing my inner child, because it's just a bunch of things I could never have asked my mama for growing up. And then when I got into my young adulthood, baby, we was broke, couldn't afford nothing. So now now that I'm established, I'm in my career, I've paid my dues, it's time to treat myself. So the Chanel Calfskin Quilted Nano Kelly in black, honey, I have to have it. Absolutely. I need it. I feel as though this is the perfect mini bag to add to my collection. If you know me, you understand I'm a top handle girl. Like, I don't mind the long crossbody chain, but it's very rare that you'll see me wear a bag as a crossbody. I prefer to either wear it over my shoulders or just carry it with the top handle. And to me, it just looks more dainty, looks more feminine. Just, I don't know, something about that. Again, not that I always do that. There are some bags that I will wear crossbody, but specifically for this Nano Kelly in particular, the little mini shopper bag, I would definitely carry it like a top handle bag. And I don't know, y'all, it looks so dainty, it looks so cute. I really could wear it with like a bunch of things. I could dress it up, I could dress it down, and I can't put that much stuff in it, but that's okay. There are some bags you're not looking to stuff a bunch of stuff. Now, of course, for the traditional Chanel that I showed you before, that medium size, you can put a bunch of stuff in there. It's the double flap on the inside, a lot of storage space. But with the Nano Kelly shopper, that's just more for the look. You know, you're going to serve a good look with a good mini bag, okay? Now, you could definitely fit your essentials in there. You got your card holder, your little mini perfume, mini hand sanitizer, your lip gloss, maybe your phone, but it'll probably be sticking out, so probably not. You know, just like your mini essentials can go in there, and that's all I need. I don't mind carrying my phone for the night, you know what I'm saying? Because I always have my phone in my hand anyway. So that is definitely going to be a bag on my list. I'm adding both of those, the Chanel Quilted Flat Bag and the Nano Kelly Shopper, to my list. And I don't know which one I want first. I guess it would just depend on which one I can find at a decent price first. The Nano Kelly, last time I checked, I saw it on Fashion File, retails for $75.95. Yeah, so and again, that's probably because it's in really good condition. Yeah, it says excellent condition right here, so I would have to see. I could find it in excellent condition for like a price a little bit lower. That's awesome, but if not, I wouldn't be obliged to getting it in like good condition, because you can also take it to like a leather restorer. You know, they can condition it, they can bring it back to life. So I'm not obliged, again, to buying something secondhand and then getting it restored. So stay tuned, we gonna see, but hopefully I can find at least one of those Chanels when I go to Japan, whether it's this year or next year. Okay, girls, so once again, ladies, this is definitely gonna have to be a series because I feel like I barely scratched the surface with showing you what's on my wish list. I be adding stuff all the time, and I hope I can check some stuff off.
Maybe not that $35,000 speedy though.
I don't know if that's coming off anytime soon, but I will keep you posted on the other things that I'm thinking about getting in the near future, okay? Just don't let Jeremiah see this, because he's gonna remind me of all the goals we have. Like, yeah, dang, two things can be true. Like, I be trying to tell my husband, we can be saving and investing, but we can also treat ourselves, okay? And don't get it twisted, because he be shopping too. Y'all be seeing. If you don't follow him already, go follow my man. Support my man, because he is now a full-time content creator. I'm so happy for him, all right? And I'm trying to get him into, you know, his LTK. He already has his page set up. He's linking the outfits. He wants to give more style inspo for men. You know, that nice, chic, put-together man. He can do the streetwear. He can do, like, the elevated casual. Of course, he knows how to dress up and put a suit on. I'm just so proud of him. But yeah, I need him to know that we can do two things at one time. You know what I'm saying? And I need to remind him he be shopping for himself too. So anyways, girl, I'm definitely gonna keep you updated on the things that I check off my list as we go along. And I will come back and make sure that I give you updates on things I've added to my list. You make sure you drop a comment and let me know what are the things on your luxury wish list. Because I feel like there's so many things we didn't talk about. I mean, we talked about some clothes, a pair of heels, a lot of bags, but we didn't even get into the jewelry of it all. Like, there are some classic, timeless pieces of jewelry that I want to add to my collection. Watches I want to add, definitely some sunglasses. Like, the list is gonna be very long, so you stay tuned. I'll be back to show you more. As always, make sure you're following me across all platforms. Make sure you are following me on Instagram and TikTok, and of course subscribe to my channel right here. Until next time, girlfriend, bye.